In this little video, what I want to do is give you an introduction about what trading is all about. What is it that the top traders in the world do right? But more importantly, what do professional traders like me, who completely understand, of course, what private investors do, because I am a private investor first and foremost, turned professional trader. What I want to get across is, given all of that aspect of what top traders do, what I as a private investor did, then what is it that I'm going to be teaching you? What do I like to teach people all about trading and profitability? Well, ABC. Everything I try to make as simple as possible. And one of the key things is money management. I'm going to be teaching you a bit about. Now, that's about how much money you put into a trade, how do you evaluate its risk and the reward you're going to have. Trading strategies I'll also discuss in these introductory videos as well, of course. And that means trading systems. When do you know when to buy? When do you know when to sell? And that's an important component, of course, of making profits. And we have to get not just those two bits right to make profits. What we also need absolutely to get right is trading psychology. Trading psychology teaches you all about the discipline. When do we know, from a discipline perspective, when do we know that we should cut a loss here and not get too fearful, and when do we know not to get too greedy and should continue with our gains to the upside? So that's sort of the essence of what it is to take a trader, to take a regular trader and turn them into a professional. And what I like to teach in everything that I do, from whether it's my books or these webinars, is to go through to make sure that people are not one of the 80% who lose. I had a brokerage where we knew what numbers of people, private investors, lose money. And I got to tell you, 80% lose money. I'm not saying that to put you off or to scare you, but it's the reality. I want to make sure that you're in the 20% that win. But on top of that, the importance of that is also that you understand that 20% can win. What is it that they do right? We took the lid off not just the top traders in the world, but private investors, so that they got an idea of what it was to win. And that was an important component to showing private investors how to become professionals. It taught them all that it takes to make money. So why do people why people lose 50% of their money trading in year one is something I'm going to be teaching you. What is it that they do which causes them to lose half their money? And so often it happens time and time and time again. And part of my role here in all the education I do is to make sure you're not one of those people. And that's why I put these education packages together. How do you make trading stress-free? See, for a lot of people, they want to earn the money, but it's incredibly stressful for them. Well, that's no good. That's no good having something which, whilst it makes you money, is costing you a lot in terms of stress. And I show you how to make those plans, knowing exactly when to buy and to sell, whether it's selling at a profit or getting out because a stock or a foreign exchange trade or a gold trade hasn't gone in your direction, how to make that stress-free. And also how to be certain in all your trading decisions. Get that certainty of entry and exit, which is what removes stress to begin with. Of course, not to be ripped off by all the things which are out there in the market, experts and automated trading robots, all these kinds of various things. I'm going to give you, sort of think of me as your mentor in trading and give you all this education. So why do I do this when I'm a professional hedge fund manager? Well, actually, I've always been in education well before I started my asset management company. I'd been writing books, columns in the Financial Times, and giving talks, and I continue doing columns and books and speeches on trading. It's something which keeps me in touch with what's going out there, and it's, well, most importantly, it's fun. It's very much fun. So how would all that add to being profitable from day one of trading? Now, by that I don't mean every trade's going to be successful. I don't mean that on the first day of trading you're going to make lots of profits. What I mean is having in place an entire system, know-how, so that you're making profits over the long term. But you know on day one you have a profitable system overall. That's what's important. So on day one, as you take the first step, you know you're on the right track. That's what I mean. So what is trading about? Well, trading in some essences can be summed up as this, and this is what I'm going to teach you. Now, what I've got here for you beginners who are not familiar with this is a price chart of, in this case, sterling against dollar. It's M30, which means each one of these vertical bars is 30 minutes. Each one of these is 30 minutes, and that's how much the dollar moved against sterling, and you can see the prices over here over every 30-minute time frame. And what trading is about, and what I'm going to show you in these videos, is how to make profits when prices are falling. That's right. For those of you not familiar with shorting, as it's called, how to make profits when prices are falling, as well as, of course, what you're all used to, which is how to make profits when prices are rising. And ensuring that our gains, like these that I've shown, are big, and that our losses, when we get it wrong, in whichever direction we get it wrong, are kept small. That is the essence of trading. Big gains, small losses, profiting from moves to the downside as well as moves to the upside. It's as simple as that. Now, if you look at this chart, you can see that overall, the exchange rate didn't move. It sort of went down and up. However, as a trader who was timing and trading this market, you made profits. You made profits from the down move, and from the up move, you had very few losses, but overall you made substantial profits. That's the essence of trading. That's what these videos and education are all about. So let's just look at Euro US dollar again. This is Euro US dollar. Each one of these vertical bars here is just 5 minutes on this occasion. Again, you can see, get the big gains in, get the losses small. But because I've chosen a 5-minute chart, we've got more trades, lots of trades. They're obviously small gains and small losses because in a 5-minute period the price doesn't move as much as it might in a week or a year, of course, and therefore it means that we have lots of trades in which to make small gains. Balance that up against somebody who's got a day job, can only look at the markets very rarely, in which case they're going for bigger gains, bigger moves, but fewer trades. Overall, you should make as much, if not more, profits from doing lots of small trades than just doing one or two bigger ones. But it all varies on your personality, and we'll look later on about the working out your personality and working out whether you're suited to sitting in front of a 5-minute chart where everything's cut and thrust and you've got to be in front of the computer, or whether because of your day job you should look at doing slightly longer term trading instead. But what I want to get across to you is that what we traders do is we pick time frames to suit our personality and our other obligations. Some people will go to the day job, they'll come home and then they'll trade foreign exchange afterwards, and that's exciting. You get to do that later in the day. You get to sit there like a trader. You come home, do a few trades, maybe sit there in front of the computer for an hour or 2 hours and get some of these kinds of trades where you capture the pips and the moves. And my job is to teach you how to get the big gains and make sure any losses are kept small. And here's an example of what I'm talking about and the kind of profitability. Here we're looking at sterling US dollar 5-minute chart. This is something which you can see the entry levels and the exit levels for this trade. And I've done a long and a short trade. So long means that we expected something to go up. And this is the long trade. And that's how many points or pips we captured, 54, how much the profit was for each one of those, and how long it took. And similarly for this short trade, where we sold in anticipation of a price fall, you can see what we got there as well. And that tells us something incredibly important. It tells us time frame, tells us the kind of profits. It allows us to devote the right amount of time and know what kind of returns we're going to get. You see, most traders, most investors have no idea about any of that. They just dive in and then they're left in no man's land as they're not sure how much money they're going to make, how they're going to make it, when they should get in, when they should exit. And of course that leads to a lot of stress because they don't have that certainty about the activity that they're undertaking. What is it then? What is it that top traders do? Well, what I wanted to show you here is actually a chart that I put together of the percentage of trades that we top traders, we professional traders have. And this is how your trading should look once you've gone through all that I have to teach you. There should be next to no big losses. They may well be small losses and small wins, and a lot of them, they cancel each other out. But this is the gains, the big wins. Now, of course, we only want big wins. Of course we would. In an ideal world, we'd all be billionaires as well. But this is as good as even the best managers, the billionaires in the world ever manage, which is big wins are about 10 to 15% of their trades. And because that's the best in the world manage, we're going to be targeting their methods and how they do it. And as private investors, trust me, you can and will be able to make money using the same techniques. Thanks to technology, you no longer need to be at a massive bank in order to do that, and that's exciting. So here we are. We've got the big wins that we're expecting from the back of what top traders do, and this is how our performance will look. And when I tell you the strategies in the forthcoming videos, the one thing I want you to know about when I pick a strategy of when to buy, when to sell, is I make sure they're reliable, so they're accurate, they're tested and proven, they're easy to follow, remember, as well. They work in all markets, whether the market's going up, down, sideways. As I said, they've got to be rewarding, profitable, not just gambling, and not with lots of losing trades for just a few winning ones. So why can anyone do this? Why can anyone be doing online trading? Well, first of all, you only need a computer or laptop. You need an internet connection. You've got that. You download free trading platforms. There are many available. I'll show you the ones I use. You open a demo account if you're new to all of this. So that doesn't cost you any money either. And you follow my instructions. All of this, pretty straightforward. And of course, what we're doing is copying the top traders. That's what I'm going to be teaching you, what the top traders do, but also because I've seen the back end of a brokerage, I'm going to be telling you what retail investors such as yourselves do wrong time and time again. But what I also try to do with all of this is make sure it's something which you can't just get information from elsewhere. I run an asset management company. I'm an award-winning trader. So I've got insights which simply do not exist elsewhere. And that's what I want to get across to you. There's a lot of people out there, and one of the reasons why I do this education is there's a lot of people out there who claim to be doing this professionally, but they don't have asset management companies. They're not professional traders. They've not won competitions in the Financial Times, and that's why I want to impart knowledge to you, which is so very important.